Hey, bless up, family. This is King Kevin checking in, and I just want to make a video about what are we doing in the black community. Now, I posted a picture yesterday. It was kind of negative, but within the contents of it, it was very much the facts. Now, not only was it negative, it was also a lie. I knew it was a lie, and I posted that within the contents. But of course, people go off the pictures. We were very visual people, and probably didn't spend not 1 second reading what I placed under it. But what bothers me about it is that, I post every day tons and tons and tons of positive things, and no one has anything to say about it. But the moment I put something that was, let's just say it was propaganda, it was an attention grabber, everybody wants to come out the woodworks to say something. And you go through my timeline, or you follow me on social media, or you read my books or my blogs on KevinDorival.com, you know what I represent. I'm not someone who just fresh on the block. It's election year, so I just want to get on the scene like, a lot of these clowns. But there are people that's been out here for a good while, and we only see them once, there's a big event going on like this year, 2016, it's election year. But I want to say this. Let me ask you guys a question. What are you doing in your community? The conscious community, the Christian community, the Jewish community, whatever community you come from or you represent, whatever culture you hold dear to your heart, whatever you value, what are you doing in your community? Because if you actually look me up and Google me, again, my name is King Kevin Dorival. Instagram is @Courage2Believe. Same thing with Twitter. That's the number 2 @Courage2Believe. You see that I have a track record. You know what I'm saying? The organizations that I work with or that I own and operate, we handle our business. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see how we can just sit there, spend hours upon hours a day. The moment we wake up in the morning, the moment we go to sleep, while we on the toilet, while we eating lunch, while we're jogging, spending valuable time, all this time on social media, while our kids are being sacrificed on the altars of prisons. The altars of the prisons is actually the courtroom. That's where it all begins. So, yes, the black on black crime, white on white crime, whatever crime is going on, we have to work towards slowing it down. Now, I'm not concerned about white on white crime. Not that I don't care, but my people is my community. My people is my first priority. I can care less about white on white crime, and I will make that clear. My community is my priority, and it should be ours. This is 2016. We've been trying to be assimilationists since the days, since the 50s, 60s, 70s. Dr. Martin Luther King, he had a valid mission, great work, but he wanted to be assimilationist. He wanted to walk and hold hands with little white girls and the white boys, everybody holding hands, walking through the parks and the streets, all merry and gay. But what did that get us? You know what I'm saying? He had a dream. We are living now in reality in 2016. You fast forward 60 years later, you know what I'm saying? So we have to be conscious about what we are actually doing to better our communities. Are we supporting our black businesses? Are we supporting our black schools? Are we supporting the non-profit organizations that are improving the lives of the children of the black community? Now, I always say children and the youth because, to be honest, most of the adults are stuck in their ways. They're not going to change not one bit. Maybe unless you pay them, but they're not changing. They don't really adhere to wisdom, so to speak, like people my age, 30 and up. We already set in our ways. Like Frederick Douglass once said. He said that it was easier to build up strong young people, strong young boys, than to, try to change a grown man. It's much easier to raise and mold a young men, our young kings. Our kings, our warriors, the defenders of our community, so crazy. They're not defending our community. They're defending prison bunks, prison beds. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're defending. They're defending those little small square inch, whatever size the room is. That's what they're defending. That's what they are protecting. That's what they value, because they don't have a choice. Well, actually, they do have a little choice. But the fact of the matter is, they're locked up. They're not home protecting our children. They're not home protecting their wives, their homes. The wives, our black queens, they have to fend for themselves. They have to fend, you know what I'm saying, protect the children on their own, and then they're putting their children in the hands of boyfriends and uncles that are child molesters. A lot of them are child molesters. You know what I'm saying? Violating, you know what I'm saying, our little girls and little boys. And now these little girls and little boys grow up angry and mad at the world. And it's a perpetual cycle that keeps going and going and going. Yes, I do understand that there is white on white crime. Yes, I do understand that there is Hispanic on Hispanic crime. But they are not our priorities. We are our priorities. And we have to set that straight. Get our monies together. Support these organizations that are doing great things, especially if they have a 501c3. Like my organization, Courage to Believe International. We have a 501c3, New Game Movement. We have, I'm part of them as well, have a 501c3. MLKCC, Martin Luther King Celebration Committee of Broward County. We have a 501c3. The list goes on and on and on and on. The 501c3s means that there's a tax write-off. But you would never know that, or, you know what I'm saying, support that, if you just turn a blind eye and spend all your money in the strip clubs, the clubs, buying liquor, throwing money on girls' butts, and buying all these expensive clothes and shoes, but you won't spend $1. You won't donate $1. You know what I'm saying? We've been having this fundraiser on GoFundMe for the past 35 days, 35 days. We've only raised $423. Our goal is to raise $5,000. Now, we did receive a couple of donations via check, which comes up to about $1,000. So unofficially, we've raised $1,423. But at the same time, the checks came from governmental entities. You know what I'm saying? So we can't keep complaining about the crime and the violence going on if we're not going to stand up and support the organizations that are working towards solving that. Like, get real, family. This is, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't get no realer than that. We are on the front lines. We are literally on the front lines. And they will have the conscious community, you know, the Sarah Setties, which bless up to that brother. The Hidden Colors Movement. You got Professor Griff. You got the one lady I was talking about the other day. Her name is Shamika Thompson or something like that. I posted my other video, Black America in the State of Emergency. As a matter of fact, Black America is at war and don't know it. Check out that video. So these individuals, they put on these big events, talking and stating all these facts, but no actual movement. I take that back. Sarah said he does have a great movement. He, you know, sends kids, his kids to Egypt every year. I don't know if he's still doing that, but big ups to that brother. He definitely inspired me and helped me work on my oath for our organization, mentoring at-risk youth down here in South Florida, which, by the way, we want to do this around the nation. But come on, are we really real, or are we just going to keep posting things on social media that adds to nothing? It adds to absolutely nothing but more knowledge in our minds that we are not applying to our everyday lives. You feel me? At least the Bible tells you and shows you things that will help you improve your life. You feel me? These are moral codes. We have to pay attention, be cautious about what the media is projecting about our brothers and sisters, especially in Chicago. Look at Chicago. Father's Day weekend 2016. There were 53 shootings, I think 13 deaths in one weekend, Father's Day. These kids are not going to have fathers. But to be honest, I did learn one thing. Just because there is the fathers are missing or killed, whether in jail, prison, whatever the case may be, the men of the neighborhood, men of quality, men that you have done research on, can be valid, valuable entities in the community. If each man would do his job and put a child under his wings, whether or a woman, to put a girl under her wings. I'm talking about a woman of faith, a woman of quality. You know what I'm saying? A type of woman that a king desires. You feel me? If we would do that, if we would step up to the plate, grab these children, help them, whether it be financially, spiritually, you feel me, just physically, giving them the extra attention, we'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? There's over 2.3 million people in prison. But guess what? Over 1.2 million of them are black. So are we going to say that this isn't true as well? You know what I'm saying? So do the research. No, look it up. Support what we're doing. Go to couragetobelieve.com. Go to my website, KevinDorival.com. See what we're doing in the community to help, you know what I'm saying, reduce the crime, reduce the violence, and spreading black on black love. That's all I'm saying. Let's be real with ourselves. We can sit here and post all day, all night. We can post all these, you know what I'm saying, comments about what they doing, you know what I'm saying, what the police are doing, you know, killing our innocent young black men and women, you know, which is definitely a tragedy. But you know what though? White on black crime like that, it perpetuates and it puts fuel on the fire to cause us to be agitated, aggravated, disruptive, and violent towards one another, because we will harm. Crime usually happens to those that are around us. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. If you're in the neighborhood surrounded a number of white people, you're gonna, most likely, if you're a criminal, you're gonna be robbing, stealing, violating those around you, and just like the black crime. But the crime rate amongst white people, even though they are majority of the population for now anyway, you know what I'm saying, they commit a lot more crimes towards each other because of the population rate. You feel me? Black people is only 13% of the population, but we kill 97. The murders of 97% are committed by other black people. I'm sorry, guys. Not just murders, but violent crimes. I'm talking. That's including rapes. That's including molestation. That's including home invasion. That includes robberies, carjacking, kidnapping. You name it. Drug trafficking. You feel me? Armed trafficking. I mean, these are the things that we have to deal with, and we can no longer sweep them under the rug. July 16th, we are having our 3rd annual Black on Black Crime Solution Panel. Not the first, not the second, but the 3rd. So if you guys have been on social media and you've seen this flyer, take a good look at it. You've seen this flyer. You know that this is me. This is Muhammad Ali on the very top. You got the website, you got the host right there, you got the couragetobelieve.com on the bottom, which is kind of backwards on this. You got the Twitter, you got the Facebook, you got the Instagram. I mean, everything. Look at the panel, the list of panelists when you get a chance. I will have this picture you know, on my social media. It's all over there anyway. But you will see that we have judges, we have the state attorneys, we have lawyers, we have community activists. You know what I'm saying? We have a radio host. Bless up to brother Malcolm, Anthony Malcolm. I mean, we got a whole lot going on, and we're doing a awesome job. But we need your support. We're not talking about it. We are doing it. This is our 3rd annual Black on Black Crime Solutions Panel. Get with the program. Support the real, not the fake. It's time for the real to step up. You know what I mean? And I'm doing this in the spirit of my ancestors. Everyone from Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, Phyllis Whitley. You know what I'm saying? Madam C.J. Walker, Queen Azinga, Queen Nefertari, Queen Aset, Haru. You know what I'm saying? The Pharaoh Asar. You know, Shaka Zulu, Toussaint Louverture, the greatest general of all time. Hannibal. We're doing that. We're doing this event in their spirit, in the honor of our ancestors, Dr. Boris Shango, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Chris Wilson, y'all rest in peace. Bless up. Courage to believe.